First question to Mick on. There you go, because there's some speculation that he's got a hot spot.
Mick, have you got a hot spot? Are you sore?
I haven't, no. I think you'd be in a moon boot with that kind of stuff. But no, I was just a little bit sore after the game last week, but felt like something to play through and push on with. But the medicos and sports science guys thought would look after me and see how it managed me, so we can get the best out of me for the rest of the season. So no, I'm feeling really good, which is a bonus. So halves is.
It's up to me now.
Yeah.
We're playing.
Good eye. Getting up this week?
I won't train tonight, but yeah, we'll see how we go through the rest of the week. It's feeling really, really good, but it's just a management thing, a load thing. So we'll see how halves sees it at the end of the week. I don't want to stand on his toes or anything.
You signed a big contract. You must be happy.
Yeah, life's good, mate. Life's good.
Righto.
Thanks, Harvey. Beautiful.
No worries.
Mark, Alex Silvani's sitting in the dugout. Doesn't look like he's going to train.
Oh no, well, a few of our guys won't, particularly the guys that have been out for periods of time. We're just making sure that whilst they're getting through their initial games, that we can give them every chance to make sure they're spot on for game day. So he's one of those, yeah.
Groin problems do have a habit of recurring. But he hasn't.
No. It's just more management. He's already done his running session this morning, so that's all it is.
So he'll play this week?
Yeah, well, you'll see a number of guys that won't be training out here tonight, and Fife's one of them, Stephen Hill's another. So there's quite a few of them actually.
Griffin? Grover's run out.
He's right. He's right. Valentine's right.
What about Griffin?
Griffin's right.
Fine. Mazungu?
All fine. They'll all be training, so you'll be able to judge them for yourselves.
What about Aaron? Is he in a moon boot? Or is he...
He's not actually. He won't be in a moon boot. Just spoke to him a little bit more in detail just down there in the rooms because he's been in Melbourne, sunbaking or under an umbrella. He's saying 4 weeks.
What will you do differently this time as compared to last time when he's recovered?
Well, I think the only difference is that he's not in a moon boot for a couple of weeks, but other than that, we're just going to monitor it, and when he feels right to start running, then we move from there.
It sounded on Saturday night like the club felt that surgery may be the better option. What did the surgeon say that changed that view? And what do you do if you go through the same process again and then he does it again?
Well, that's the dilemma we'll have if he strains it again, then obviously the consideration would be something like an operation. But as I said, all I know is that this injection is going to help it more significantly than what we did last time.
Was he sort of just getting the surgery done, as you said, stitching it up, and then 100%, even though maybe...
Well, the only thing that you're dealing with there is a longer period of time off on the sideline. So at this stage, in fact, from all accounts, the surgeon actually wanted to go this way first. Yeah.
Luke McFarlane, how's he looking?
He won't train today, but I just spoke to him once again, and he seems really confident of playing. So we're playing a good young side here that has had all the early picks from the last year or two. We understand that they're talented. So from a selection point of view, everyone that is fit and available will be picking.
Given that Grover's on his way back and Silvani made his way back last week, are you more likely to rest McFarlane?
No, I'm actually looking forward to the time where we can get those three guys back in defence all together. I think that's when we're going to see our defence really be at its best, and of course Hayden's now progressing with his match fitness as well too, so we're starting to get a good complement back there.
How many changes are you expecting this week?
I'd say probably 4 or 5.
Halves 8-6, hopefully you win on the weekend. Considering what you've been through, going to a bye, would you be satisfied with that as a coach?
I think we've been through a lot. I think whatever we aspire to do, we've got to make sure that we keep driving the team in the direction that we need to, and you don't want to be a team that gets to around 20, 21, 22 and having to win your last 3 in a row and having to deal with that expectation and pressure of, as we know, we're playing a lot of the top sides from here on in beyond Gold Coast, so it's all in front of us.
Pavs 250th this week, big for the club?
Well, it is big. It's big for him personally, but Maine and De Boer have told me that their 50th is as important.
Do you say anything differently to the guys this week to get them up?
In a small way you can use it. It's the anxiety of the group and the understanding of what they expect from each other.
What about the Gold Coast? I mean, obviously they've had a pretty good year and they've been fairly competitive, but just had those couple of patches where it hasn't all come together.
They have. They've sort of been indifferent at times, but when they're on, they get some really good momentum shifts in games, and they can kick goals quickly. So sometimes they appear to be out of games, and then they come back quite quickly, and vice versa. So that's a good show of strength for a young team that's evolving. And you know, when you've got a young team, sometimes you do go through that. But what you do know, if they can do that, then in years to come, they're going to be certainly a good show of strength. But having said that, we play them on the weekend, and we are not underestimating them at all.
They're quick. You have to change the team that you pick because of their leg speed. They're young and quick.
Well, quickness is one thing. It's the quickness then becomes decision making and your ability to be able to defend and zone and all those sort of things. So you can cut the quickness out without personnel. So we'll be trying to do that.
They also appear to be quite good in the clearances. They
are.
lead the AFL in clearances. Is that an area you've sort of looked at over the last?
Probably got the best young ruckman, haven't they? So, and then he's surrounded by some blokes that have won best and fairest Brownlow medals. So, yeah, they're a good stoppage team.
Harvey, just going back to Pav and the fact that he's kept himself up for, 12 years now with his football club. Do you reckon he'll become the first locally based player to maybe crack the 300? All being well, looking at him now?
I would think so, yeah. He hasn't shown to me any signs of, he hasn't had a major injury as such. His knees and ankles are quite good after a long period of time at this level, so you don't want to put the mods on him now, but I would have thought that he'll play 300 games. Probably go straight past it for that matter.
Michael Barlow said that he's a chance to play this week. What's your view on him? and also, how, given that he pulled up so sore after one full game, how do you use him for the rest of the season when he is right to play?
Well, I mean, his body will tell us that. That's hard to preempt. He's probably won't play this week. That would be fair to say. And what we'd like to think is, giving him it'll be 3 weeks with a bye, that would hold him in good stead for the remainder after that.
Would you consider playing him as almost like your super sub between now and the end of the year? So that
it'd be good if you could have a sub and then a super sub, wouldn't it? I think that's where we should go.
Well,
I like your imagination.
Would you look at playing him as a substitute player every week to maybe get him through games, play him every week and not get sore?
Certainly at times, I think, yeah, certainly at times. But at the moment, the issue we've got with that is that we're bringing some other guys back at the same time that are probably at times in the same category. Yeah.
Stadium, Mark, what are your thoughts?
I think the location is spot on. I mean, I think there's enough room there to make sure you get it right, and the best part from our point of view is that we can get it right based on all the other stadiums that have been built over the last 10 or 20 years. So this will be, I would like to think that this will be the best stadium in Australia because we get a chance to get it right.
And are you happy with the concept with the Premier saying that it'd be good at least they have 10 or 15,000 people that can walk to the footy and get in and watch it?
Yeah, and for that matter, making sure that that it becomes an environment and a precinct where people just want to go and they're excited about going there. Particularly people that are in country and remote areas, that they want to come to Perth and see their teams and barrack for their teams, whatever the sporting event is, but naturally a lot of it's AFL.
Mark, you used Reece Palmer as a tagger last week. Would you consider using him in advert this week?
Oh, look, it was a good job he did on Luke Power last week. Horses for courses. It'd be fair to say that our team will be kept very quiet leading into this game, and for that matter, a lot of our games.
Mark, Geelong's done something a bit different this week with Selwood and Varco.
I saw that, yeah. Are they trying to stir up West Coast, do you think?
Must be.
They play him in a week's time and trying to get some information via the Selwoods, I think. And then Varco's the interesting one, isn't he?
Is that something that you would consider doing if you had an interstate game and then some guy was suspended and another guy maybe needed a week off, you'd let him train over in the VFL?
Oh, look, I think from Joel Selwood's point of view, just to give him a mental break away from their football club as such, probably is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, at times we'll send our players away, particularly if they're going through a long time out of the game, then we'll send them away. They can either go back home or just have a couple of days off somewhere.
You don't use the opportunity to chat to Joel and see if he wants to make the move over?
Good idea. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. Or Varco. Why not? They might have gone too far with it.
Do you and West Coast provide financial support for waffle clubs? Do you have any concerns about players of rival AFL clubs being allowed to train?
I don't have a problem with it. I think, I just imagine that South Fremantle would have loved that situation. I think the CAFL footballers go back to that sort of environment I think it's great credit to our industry, really.
Finally, the players' meeting tonight. What are your thoughts on that? It's all getting together. It's a big meeting.
Yes. Well,
do they deserve more money, halves?
I'll leave that to them. I think more importantly, what the players should be looking at is what the game does from beyond their retirement or beyond their career finishing, and how they can compensate their wage beyond that. I think that's important, beyond other things. And my real concern at the moment is the way that Dean Solomon's going to bring out his defence on the weekend. He's going to try and dismantle it. Just let him know.
Thanks.